Today's Testimony Tuesday is going to be about seeing God in the small stuff. I often see rainbows outside, but October 11th is the first time I've ever seen a smile rainbow, and it looked like a smile that God had given just for me. And that morning as I prayed, I had asked God to please see me as I did my prayer time, and I felt like that was his response to me, was that he did see me. The next rainbow you're going to see is one that I saw on October 27th, and it happened when I did my praise time after I had called a close friend of ours whose father had passed away, and having spoken with him about his father passing, it brought up the same sad memories for me over my own dad's passing. And as I prayed, I told the Lord how sad I was and asked him to help me with that. And when I went outside, I got that same smile rainbow. And by the time I was done with my praises, I was happy. And I saw that as God's way of telling me he loved me. And those are just some of the wonderful small ways God shows his love for me. And then the third one was the angel feather that you're going to see. And I'll read you what I wrote in my journal about the angel feather. This morning, I was sad because Aaron had come over for lunch Saturday, and while visiting, he, Patrick, and Nick got into a large argument. I had made homemade pizza for lunch. I was tired from the long process of making the pizzas for everyone. I was hoping we would have a nice time together. My prayers this Sunday morning consisted of, among other things, praying for the boys, their ability to get along and care for each other. I told the Lord that I had a deep sadness about what had occurred. I asked him to help the boys in that situation and to help me out with my sadness. I did my praise time right after my prayer time. When I was done dancing and singing praises to the Lord, I looked on my shoulder, and there was a tiny feather arranged on my shoulder that looked like an angel. I placed it on the upper left-hand side of this page. This little feather cheered me up, and I wonder if God had placed it there for me. I felt like God had, and I was happier. Throughout the years, I've had many such instances as this, but I wanted to share these three with you as they are some of the most recent that have happened. Again, thanks for listening to my Testimony Tuesday, and there's a salvation prayer linked below or above, depending on where you're watching this. And if you'd like to come to know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, please pray that prayer and mean it with all of your heart. And feel free to reach out to me by email. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening.